suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. Now get it. Big Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready! 60 outlaw. 56. Watch the run. Watch the run. Recon, 132 fighter.
On first down, Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Off the bootleg. Eason. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Hey, Delta. Let's go.
From the gun, Eason looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Space to maneuver at the 40. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Let's get that ball. Watch 56. Watch 56. You're not ready. You're not ready.
On second and 11 now. Mahomes completes it to Corey Grant. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Come back. Kill. Yellow. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Go.
That's good for 28 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant, and not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On first and 10, Eason. This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Hey. Go.
On first down, Eason. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
First and goal.
70, Indy. Now. Look at me. Door.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Yeah. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys, out of time.
Here's second and 8. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the punt, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Check three. Here we go, finish the game.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Check 25, check 25.
Here's Grant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 44-yard line.
Hey, 43. Come, that's 15. Motion, bump.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes firing quickly here, and that's complete. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Hey, if you kill it, motion me out.
On first down, Grant. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Corey Grant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Harrison's up there to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And the Colts first down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Hey, echo. Crash. Hey, alert 3. Hey, watch it. 5.
Looking to throw. Eason. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yes, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Let's put that team on the bus. Mike's 56.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason looking for Campbell downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, baby.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Ben Banogu. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Mike 5-4. Let's go. Hey, watch this.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And some space here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And an alley to run. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Grant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They will run with Grant. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah,
and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let him know, let him know.
Off-play action. Eason. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Check. Crunch. Go. 56, Mike, 56. Let's go, defense.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a party now. 15. Yellow. 54, 56. Check, 56.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
56. Mike, 56. 56.
Hey, 57.
From the 41, Mahomes is going to float this over the middle, deep, diving, and did he hold on? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Kansas City. Colby Listenby, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Next to score, Chiefs 28, Colts 0. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Eason sliding out of the pocket. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
You better bring it. Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors. Hey, color.
Watch the motion.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
56, check, 56.
High 7, let's go. Next defense, no gap.
56.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
A good pickup there, a 22.
A gain of 22 yards.
Ready?
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line.
Watch the shit! Jack!
Big grip.
Off play action. Eason under pressure, and down he goes.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah,
they?
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
He wants it all for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Marcus Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason is. In trouble, and he's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Protein spill. 58. Hey, box truck.
Stop here, D.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
6 man.
Hey, zoom.
Check curls. Watch out. 56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. You're trash. No. Off. 36.
To throw from his end zone, Eason. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. We're back now in KC. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly to fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
2nd and 10. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it. Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now a throw here to his running back. A good pick up there, 26 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Eason. And he rifles one incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Bravo!
On 3rd down, Eason. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Eason. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
56 the mic, boys. 56. Check. 56.
Hey, Delta.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
Check. Put up.
Back to throw. Eason. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Trey Burton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Colts get a bit closer. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Watch the slap. And 58 is the mic.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. That's a tough combination to defend. You know, Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense trying to locate where receivers are and make sure you're covering them. And he can throw the ball the length of the field. So you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find him. And he did there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
On the ready.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
General West.
On 1st down, Taylor And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Hey.
Under crunch.
Looking to throw. Eason. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
56 to Mike.
Throwing on third and long. Eason. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The punt team on now as from their end zone they get it away. Here's Hill on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Mahomes going to throw it here. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Shift. Watch the safety creep.
Correct.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Attack.
Mike, 56.
Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. To throw again on second down. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Yellow. I'm from Little Lady.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes, Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's now 4th down and goal.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
You don't want it.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Buying time to his left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
But in that case, run it up.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Crunch time, defense. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Now.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Now.
Off the play fake. Eason nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Yes.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Get it.
Back to throw. Eason, Campbell making the catch. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chiefs, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.